It's a POWcast starting now unless you got other stuff to do. If that be the case, you can pause it and wait till you've got nothing to do. But it's pretty funny stuff, and you do better not to put it off.
'Cause it might just be the last chance you have to laugh.
Morbid outro. Whoa. Subscribe.
Nervous or when I'm falling.
Okay. So, to begin with, I wanted to ask Matt.
Wait a minute.
But I'm already recording.
They don't know who we are.
What? They know, okay. This is my friend Matt.
Matt Snipes
He
with Pop
goes
Comics.
to my church. Oh, and he just randomly put in a plug there. Oh, he's funny.
John does Pop Comics too. This is what we do.
Well, I know what it is. I didn't know we were gonna plug it.
Why not?
Because
I think we're talking about all things comics already. Might as well talk about what's upcoming in POW.
What? Spain issue 1 sometime.
No, naturally.
In the next 10 years.
As it comes. Oh.
Oh.
First podcast, and you already got to rip on my procrastination.
Yes, I do.
Awesome.
Okay. So I wanted to ask Matt, my friend from church, and who also does comics with me, why he hates Marvel so much.
That's not a loaded question.
Yes. Okay, because I'm a Marvel fan, he's a DC fan. I want to know what is up with his face.
Oh.
And maybe the rest of his body.
Ouch. Yeah, I love the phrasing of that question.
I know. It's a podcast. Man. I just got to go all...
See, I don't have a problem. Okay, let's start to start. I don't have a problem with Marvel. Oh yeah, can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
I don't think...
Do you want me to get in close? Hello, laptop.
I don't think the mic's up there.
I feel like an idiot now, which is not really different than how I feel.
I don't understand. I don't even know where on the thing the mic is.
Okay.
I just talk.
Okay, first off, I have to say, I don't really have a problem with Marvel. Well, no, I do have problems with Marvel. I don't have a problem.
Already
with
backtracking.
I don't have the problem with the idea of Marvel. It's just, I don't know. I kind of identify with the idea that a lot of like people who are really into comics or comics aficionados or critics always say is that DC is into the idea of the fantastical and like the legendary, and Marvel's into more of like the down to earth, like relatable. And I think ironically I relate and identify to more of the fantastical characters than I do to the relatable characters.
Pride issues.
What's that?
I said pride issues. I'm joking.
Yeah, I have a very big view of myself.
I'm fantastical.
I'm amazing. I am so great.
That was creepy.
Moving on. I'm not even directing this podcast.
I know.
I don't know. I just kind of got the idea that Marvel's kind of like synonymous with like Marvel's like flashy and DC's like in depth. Like, well, because DC has all like almost of all the great classic works of graphic novel. I think that's primarily why I'm DC, is because I'm always about graphic novels. And DC have a better library of graphic novels, in my opinion.
That is true.
Because you have Watchmen, this is just Alan Moore, Watchmen, V for Vendetta, and then you have all the Batman graphic novels. You have Year One, Dark Knight Returns, Long Halloween, Dark Victory, and there's so many more I could list. And then Superman, you have the All-Star Superman graphic novels. There's a couple more I want to read. Man of Tomorrow.
Oh, and I have Man for All Seasons, or Superman
for All Seasons. Yeah. That's Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale again, and I was looking into that. And yeah, so I just think, by the way, Jeff Loeb, Commissioner Loeb, the first time I read his name, I'm like, dude, there's no way that's no way that's
that would be awesome if Jeff Loeb was just like Frank Miller. Can you make me a Batman character?
Yeah, I don't know if like Miller
that would be awesome.
made up Commissioner Loeb, or if he was around before then. But I'm like, there has to be a connection there.
That would be funny. I know they did that in the Daredevil movie. It was like they're battling Jack Murdock versus
What are you guys doing?
Get out of the room, brother Josh.
Edit this
Brother.
section.
Get out of the room, brother.
I knew this was coming.
See you another life, brother.
I knew one of them would.
Lost reference.
I
That
wonder how
comes
long
from
it takes
Josh.
before Damien comes.
All
All right.
Lock the door.
And okay, yeah, lock the door.
Yeah, there
And
you go.
edit, cut. All right.
We
Jeff
edited
Loeb,
that
Jeff
out.
Loeb's a
You're not
great
gonna
guy.
hear this. Any of this.
Any of that section?
Yes.
Yeah, that was really weird. Didn't know you were like that, John.
Well, what? How dare you? No one knows. No one knows.
Oh, I love editing.
Okay.
Anyway, okay, so yes, that's why I think I'm more into DC's, because DC graphic novel thing, and all the graphic novels that they have that I like are very deep into like philosophy, or like the philosophical aspects of society and superheroes. And so I kind of got the impression that DC was the more like serious of the two, and that's what I like. I was never really a big fan of like the flashy, boom, boom, pow, big, huge splash pages everywhere. Yeah, type of comic. And that's the impression I got from Marvel. I'm sure that's not entirely true, but at least
the reason I like Marvel better.
Okay.
It's because I understand. I do agree with you that like DC gets better into the the philosophical and all the ideal, since they have Superman and Batman, who are such ideals in culture today.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Marvel, like what you were saying before, Marvel gets really into the character side of it, and I think Stan Lee created very complex characters for the 60s, and I think since then they've really unfolded these characters to the point where you like know them.
Yeah.
Like they're like Spider-Man, like Peter Parker. You think you could have like a Mountain Dew with him, and he would be cool. And then people like the whole relationship with Mr. Fantastic and Ben Grimm, of like he got him into a situation that turned him into a monster.
Yeah.
And ever since then he's been trying to cure him, but there's always that underlying tension there that every now and again they address. And so like I think they both. They're both companies that produce millions and millions of comics, so that you could find one comic in DC. Yeah,
that's a whole other issue.
Yeah,
the amount of comics they produce are ridiculous.
Yes,
the quality shows.
Yeah, but that's another podcast.
Yeah,
but just the fact that like you can read 100 DC books and think the exact opposite, and know, that they do well with characters too. But I think from what I've read of both companies' comics, that Marvel focuses more on characters and DC's more with ideals, since their characters are so much older and
idealistic. Yeah,
tried.
Yeah, I think it comes down to what you're looking for in comics. So that's what I'm looking for when I read comics.
Yeah.
Like, I like a good story. I need good art. That's just like a touch-based thing. It's just that if I pick up a book and I open it up and the art's, I just can't get with the art.
Because it doesn't translate well. It doesn't.
Yeah, I just put the book down. I don't even give the story a chance, because I know, like, I just like, because if I go and buy it, I'll regret it halfway through, because the art style will just throw me off so badly.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to ruin the story in that respect, because the art style is so bad. Because with an art styles that I don't get into, it's just at a certain point, it's just like I can't look at this anymore.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's too bad that the story has to basically tolerate this art style. Anyway, somehow we got off into artists, but anyway, that's all right. Make what you want of it. That's the Marvel versus DC discussion. We kind of got sidetracked 3 or 4 different ways. Yes. Do you have another question?
People came in the room. People jumped out the window.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Rolled around in the... You didn't see that?
We edited this video.
You didn't see it? Oh, wait.
Oh yeah. There's a big gaping hole in the side window now. We were attacked by ninjas halfway through. We fought them off.
I fought them off.
Excuse me?
Hey, that would be a funny place to end it.
Read the Geek and the Sniper comic
This is a great, funny way to end it, because I did it.
What?
Better.
What?
I'm better than you.
I'm confused.
Cut it.